The Brooke Monk drama just hit a whole new level, and trust me, it's way worse than anyone expected. There are wild updates about a lawsuit that Brooke might have actually filed, and wait till you hear what Natalie's been up to. It's beyond bizarre. She allegedly tattooed Brooke's boyfriend's name across her forehead, and that's not even the worst part. This whole situation has gone straight up disturbing. If you're easily freaked out, you might want to think twice before watching any further. No joke. This is hands down the craziest update I've ever covered on this story. Things are spiraling fast, and you need to stay locked in. Not only is Brooke maybe taking legal action, but word on the street is that Natalie could be getting sued by another creator too. Natalie's downfall is speeding up like a car with no brakes. People who used to find her funny are now calling her out big time, saying she's gone way too far, or even that she needs to be kicked off the internet. So yeah, let's talk about this face tattoo mess and the lawsuits that are turning this drama into a total disaster. But before we dive deeper, I've got something super important to share. I recently found a TikTok user in a heartbreaking situation. His name is Mustafa. He's a Palestinian father with 2 daughters, and he's been seriously injured. He lost his job, his only way to provide for his kids, and now they're in desperate need of food, diapers, and blankets. His GoFundMe is barely getting seen, so I promised I'd help spread the word. The link's in the description. If you can donate even $1 or $2, it could seriously change their lives. And if you can't give money, just share it. That alone could make a huge difference. All right, now that we've talked about that, it's time to unpack this next level mess. I keep thinking Natalie's hit rock bottom, and then she goes even lower. Picture this. Brooke Monk and her boyfriend Sam show up at a family reunion, and someone casually asks, "So how's the whole influencer thing going?" And they're stuck having to explain that there's this random girl online claiming she's Sam's soulmate, showing off a life-size cardboard cutout of him, photos everywhere, and now she's tattooed his face? What even is this? At this point, I don't even know if what Natalie's doing is legal anymore. If Brooke did actually send her a cease and desist, I'd say she's got a solid shot at winning it, because this whole thing is spiraling way beyond normal internet drama. Let's break down the even weirder stuff Natalie's been posting lately. The craziest part is, how can she even top this? I mean, what else is there to do? She's already rage baiting to the max, and honestly, it's starting to look desperate. I was convinced she'd peaked when she made that creepy cardboard cutout. But nope, here we are. The only way she could push this even further would be to literally follow Sam in real life. And at this rate, I wouldn't put it past her. She's still chasing views even though her numbers are dropping. That's just how rage bait works. People don't actually like you. They just tune in for the train wreck, then bounce. Natalie's gotten so hooked on attention, she's willing to drag this out till her views hit rock bottom. And let's be real, she's been copying nearly every single video Brooke's ever made. It's wild how far she'll go just to stay in the spotlight. Instead of just straight up copying smaller creators like she usually does, Natalie's been out here mocking Brooke directly. When Brooke has her friends over, like Halle Bailey or Leah Halton, Natalie gets her boyfriend to dress up looking straight up ridiculous, ruining his makeup on purpose just to take shots at Brooke's crew. It's petty, it's mean, and it's way too personal. And you won't believe this. Natalie even stole the idea from some creator I've never heard of. That creator seems to be trolling Natalie now, posting the weirdest stuff ever since people flooded her comments calling Natalie out for copying. And the thing is, this girl isn't just some random. She's actually super wealthy and kinda known for doing off-the-wall things. But now, it looks like she's turning it up a notch just to mess with Natalie. It's like a silent battle between weird and weirder. Natalie's getting hit from all angles right now. Other creators are calling her out. She's being accused of stealing content again. And on top of that, she might be getting hit with multiple lawsuits. Yeah, for real. She's been claiming that some big-name creators are taking legal action against her. Believe it or not, Natalie herself said that 2 major creators are suing her. One she hints is Brooke, and the other she flat out says is James Charles. Let's break that down for a second. First off, people have been saying Brooke might sue her for copying content, but also possibly for harassment, because what Natalie's been doing is way beyond just reposting trends. There are tons of reasons Brooke could take this to court. And as usual, Natalie dropped a whole video trying to defend herself, saying stuff like, "I'm just inspired like everybody else." But come on, that's not inspiration. That's copying with extra steps. And of course, she pulled the classic rage bait victim card. acting like the hate is breaking her down, when really it's just another move to keep people watching. It's the same trick other rage bait creators like Be the Wolf have done. And guess what? It works. People keep falling for it every time. It's all about attention for Natalie. More comments, more hate, more people dragging her, and she loves it. That's the plan. She pretends like she thinks she's making sense, acting all confident, like, you guys agree with me, right? When deep down, she knows nobody does. And boom, thousands of people flood her comments to call her out, and that's exactly what she wants. Now, the other creator she claims is suing her, none other than James Charles. If you don't know the full backstory, let me break it down for you. Recently, a bold and incredibly strong creator named Kayla came forward on TikTok with a heartbreaking story. She exposed her boyfriend for physically hurting her. The entire internet was shook. The situation was absolutely horrifying. Kayla's a major name on TikTok, so the moment she spoke out, her story took over the platform. Everyone was talking about it, and for good reason. What happened to her was beyond unacceptable. The guy in question? Evan Johnson. People were furious, and they had every right to be. Then it got even messier. Another creator dropped a bombshell video accusing James Charles of allegedly getting involved with Kayla's ex. That set off a whole new wave of drama. And of course, Natalie had to slide in and turn it into content. Because when drama blows up, she sees a spotlight and she runs straight toward it. She made a joke about the entire situation, and then, just to make it even more confusing, she followed it up with a serious video pretending to care. Why she thought it was okay to play both sides like that is beyond anyone. And what's worse, that fake caring TikTok actually blew up. It became her most liked post. Over 830,000 likes. Like, what? She really mocked something this serious and tried to play the sympathy card in the same breath. She's acting like she's helping when she's really just clout chasing hard, using other people's trauma to boost her own numbers. That's low, even for Natalie. Honestly, don't get how anyone took that video seriously. But yep, Natalie recently claimed that James Charles is now suing her after he dropped a response video. At first, people were cheering it on like, okay, James, we see you. But as time passed, the tide turned. The comment section started blowing up with hate again, with folks saying stuff like, why does it matter if he's right this time? He's still problematic. So yeah, the drama got messier, again. James dropped a whole 10-minute video trying to explain his side. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. You can find it yourself if you're that curious. To sum it up, he basically said he didn't know about what happened with Kayla's ex and that it wasn't really his fault. Simple as that. Surprisingly, a lot of people bought it. For real, the reactions were super mixed, but if we're being honest, most viewers kind of sided with him. It's wild. The only ones still against James are the ones who've always had beef with him. People who remember his old scandals and won't ever forgive, no matter what he says now. And yeah, I'm one of those people. I haven't forgotten how messy he's been in the past, so no matter how good his explanation sounds, I'm not suddenly switching sides. That's just the truth. But now, here's where Natalie messed up again. In her original video exposing James, she didn't even say allegedly once. Not a single time. And now she's out here backpedaling, acting like she's being careful with her words. Girl, it's way too late for that. If James does decide to sue her, it's not gonna be over this new, cleaned-up version. It'll be because of that first one, where she threw everything out there without a filter. And let's be real. If anyone's got a stronger case against Natalie right now, it's Brooke. No question about it. Facts. It's not confirmed yet. Natalie might just be chasing clout again. But if Brooke really ends up suing her, yeah, that's 100% earned. As for James Charles, I'm not so sure. Feels like he's just using lawsuits to shut down any criticism. And guess what? It's working. One of the other creators involved is already freaking out and going quiet. I'm not even gonna unpack that whole situation right now, but it's clear. Kaylee looks shaken by the idea of getting dragged into court. You can literally see the nerves all over her content lately. Now back to Natalie. She actually said that if Evan ended up in her jail cell, he'd be in serious trouble. Like, what even is that? And yeah, she's now claiming that she's in jail. She's out here putting that in her thumbnail and everything. Like this is some kind of comedy skit. Girl, no one's buying it. At this point, it's not even trolling anymore. It's just straight up lies. The thing that drives me crazy is how all over the place she is. If you're gonna rage bait, at least keep it consistent. One day she's mocking Kayla's pain, the next she's pretending to support her. Like, what do you actually stand for? It's confusing, messy, and honestly, kind of disrespectful. And here's the kicker. She dropped another video recently that's almost definitely stolen. No shade, but let's be real. Natalie isn't that naturally funny. This joke probably came from someone else. The joke? It was based on Evan posting all this fake, quirky content on Snapchat right before trial, trying to act normal while everyone knew what he did. A few people, weirdly, were still flirting with him through DMS. Like, how desperate do you have to be to message someone like that? Natalie joked that he got locked up just a few days later, and yeah, that part is actually satisfying. Watching him face real consequences feels like justice, because yes, Kayla won her case, and that alone makes everything feel a little more right. We're honestly just glad he's finally facing what he deserves. Here's yet another desperate move from Natalie, clawing for any last drops of clout she can squeeze out. She just dropped a post that screams, "I have no more ideas!" Hot take, but I don't even think it's a take at this point. She's totally out of steam. This latest post, straight up confusing. Like, what is this even supposed to be? She's clearly drama farming at this point because there's literally nothing left for her to do. Natalie, come on. I've watched your content so much, I probably know you better than you know Brooke by now. And it's so obvious what she's trying to do. She posts something bold or controversial, hoping people will drop comments like, "I'm gay and I don't accept you," just so she can play the victim and stir up more chaos. That's literally the whole strategy. Bait the comments, farm the outrage, repeat. She knows how to get people riled up. She's not even subtle with it anymore. Her posts are tailor-made to get one specific type of reaction, and she knows the internet can't resist dropping a comment, even if it's to call her out. Honestly, what if someone did a full-on face reveal just to start copying her for once? Imagine someone trolling her by doing the exact same stuff. Stealing her style, pretending to crush on her boyfriend, learning his name, all of it. Would she finally back off if she saw herself getting copied right back? Just a wild theory, but hey, it might work. And yeah, if you're sitting there thinking, wait, what did I just watch? Well, I warned you. From the beginning, I said this was gonna get weird, and guess what? It definitely did. As expected, yeah, Natalie copied another creator again. Shocking? Not at all. We actually touched on this in the last video. But you know what? Since the response was so on point, we're bringing it back. So here's how it went down. The original creator of the TikTok called her out directly with a few straight-up questions. And yes, Natalie did copy her line for line. Word for word. No changes, no credit, nothing. And the creator had every reason to be mad. Her response? Fire. Honestly, it deserves the spotlight again. And I know it sounds kinda strange, but you can feel how real that response was. The way she smiled, the way she spoke, it was like she needed to say it. And let's be real, at this point, getting copied by Natalie is basically a badge of honor. If she's stealing your content, it means your TikToks are hitting. She sees the numbers and wants that attention for herself. That's what Natalie craves, a reaction. She wants these creators to notice her, clap back, and keep the cycle spinning. It's calculated. Smaller creators might get trampled and ignored, but for the bigger names, it just proves they're killing it. And this creator didn't just clap back. She ended her video with the savage line, "How's the lady in the lake doing?" Yeah, that. And if you've seen my past videos, you already know what that's about, but it still needs more eyes on it. Natalie once dared a homeless woman, who couldn't even swim, to jump into a lake for a laugh. And she ran off laughing while the woman was left in real danger. Thankfully, someone helped her. But that moment, absolutely disgusting. Like, who does that? It just shows what kind of person Natalie really is. No respect, no boundaries. At this point, Sam needs to start thinking about a restraining order. Because who knows how far Natalie's gonna take this? Like, seriously, where did she even get that stuff? Did she just send in a random photo and get a custom item made? And how did she get a picture of Sam that high quality? Is there some online service for this madness? This is way beyond internet drama. It's just plain creepy now. Like, seriously, where's Natalie getting all this stuff? Should we actually be way more concerned than we are right now? Because honestly, yeah, we should. This isn't just some weird internet phase anymore. This is starting to feel disturbing. And let's talk facts. TikTok doesn't pay well. Everyone knows that. And Natalie? Her YouTube shorts don't pull much either. I checked her channel. She's barely hitting 30,000 views per post. That's nothing for shorts, especially when she's out here doing the absolute most. Unless YouTube's just not monetizing her stuff, which wouldn't be a shock. She's not raking in big money. So, what's left? Clout. All signs point to pure, raw attention seeking. It's the only explanation that makes sense. She's not making real cash moves from this mess. She just wants eyeballs on her, even if it means crossing the line over and over again. Now get this, her most viewed YouTube short? Yeah, it was the one where she milked the lady in the lake situation. If you liked that video, I hate to break it to you, but what were you thinking? That wasn't entertainment. It was pure exploitation. How are people even co-signing that? She turns every serious situation into content. No shame, no limits. And listen, I'm all for giving updates when something's unfolding. If it's fair, respectful, or just light drama, that's fine. But when it's rooted in someone almost losing their life, that's where the line gets crossed. Hard. If I did something that dangerous to someone, putting their life at risk, and then turned around and made fake content pretending I went to jail, got sued, or got put on house arrest for it, that's not just milking a story. That's exploiting real pain for views. And that right there is exactly what Natalie's doing. No conscience, no boundaries. If you ever need to cry on command, like you're prepping for an acting gig or something, just scroll down to Natalie's oldest videos, instant waterworks guaranteed. Back then, her rage baiting was way less toxic. Not saying it was totally harmless, but compared to what she's doing now, it was a whole different game. It was that silly kind of trolling, like, haha, I put cereal before milk, kind of content. Weird? Yeah. Dangerous? Not really. She'd stream, tell a few goofy jokes, maybe post something like, this random famous actor is my dad. Yeah, it was bizarre, but nobody actually believed it, so no real harm done. At least she wasn't making a career off harassing people. Fast forward to now, and she's basically turned her whole page into a non-stop obsession campaign against Sam. She tags him in nearly every single post, like she's trying to summon him with a spell or something. Like, girl, we get it. You want people to think you're obsessed, but at this point, it's just uncomfortable to watch. And you know what? She probably isn't obsessed for real. It's all just one big act, one long performance designed to keep people invested, to keep the chaos rolling, and to make sure her name keeps showing up on everyone's feed. Because finally, for once, she feels like people are watching. She thinks they love her. Spoiler alert, they don't. And when she's not rage baiting, which is rare, but it happens, there's that tiny 11% where she turns back into comedic Natalie. The one who's actually funny, follows trends without straight up stealing, and doesn't go full internet menace mode. That Natalie? We miss her. That's the version people could actually root for. But hey, maybe it's time she logged off for a bit and touched some grass. For real. Honestly, Natalie just needs to log off the internet for real, take a long break, get a regular job. And no, being a full-time influencer doesn't count unless you're someone like Brooke Monk, who actually minds her business and doesn't hurt people. Natalie, she needs to get it together, fast. While digging through her past, I found out she even went after the Bob House for a while. Now look, I'm no fan of them either, especially after what they did to Piper. They had no business putting a 16-year-old in those TikToks. That's a whole other issue for a different video. But let's keep it real. Natalie's obsession with rage baiting is nothing new. If there was a Wikipedia page for Natalie Reynolds and all the chaos she stirred up online, that page would scroll for miles. You'd need snacks, a full battery, and at least 2 bathroom breaks just to get through it. And here's the reality. All those hate comments she pretends to be upset about, that's what she wants. But the real backlash might finally be catching up to her, like actual lawsuits, not just internet shade. Brooke Monk may be coming with legal heat. Even James Charles might be getting involved. And look, I'm not even a James fan like that, but if he's suing her and it's actually valid, she kinda brought it on herself. It's just exhausting, man. The internet these days feels like one big trap designed to piss everyone off. Scrolling through Twitter makes you want to fight your screen. TikTok's halfway there too. What happened to content that didn't make us want to throw our phones? Can't we all just chill and live happy lives online without trying to destroy each other for clout? If you made it this far into the video, you're officially not a typical TikTok scroller. You've got real attention span. And I respect that. If you want to help someone actually in need, check the GoFundMe link in the description for Mustafa and his daughters. Every single share or dollar helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps a ton. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay real.